Good evening. Welcome to Visitors Network TV. Dick Herman here. We're at the girls soccer match. Paula Maloney joining me in the booth to call today's game. Gino Gang on camera, and Jules Emery Pelron will start reading some of our ads as we get ready to get started.
Today's girls soccer match is brought to you by our fine sponsors here on Visitor Network TV: Axe Screen and Window Repair, At a Glance Window Treatments, BPC Architecture, Brock Insurance, Congdon and Coleman Insurance, Cowboys Meat Market, David Goodman Tile, Don Allen Ford, Fairgrounds Restaurant, Harbor Fuel Oil Corporation, Humphreys Electric, Enquire and Mirror, Island Carpets, Island Lumber, Island Pharmacy, Island Variety, Joe Rapacki CPA, Cam Appliance, Killen Real Estate, Lindsay Inc., Matic Marine, Martinberg Painting, Nantucket Airlines, Nantucket Booster Club, the Nantucket Civic League, Nantucket Electric, Nantucket Insurance, Rick's Paint and Maintenance, Santos Rubbish Removal, and the Sea Grill.
Underway here, Paula. What do we expect from the ladies today?
Well, good afternoon, Dick. Great to see you.
Difficult to ascertain. Put your mic on, baby.
Difficult to ascertain. Can you hear that now?
Yeah, I can.
Difficult to ascertain. We'll start that over again.
No, it's me. It's me. You're all set.
I'm good.
You're good.
Oh, thank you, Dick.
What a sweetheart.
What a little slow start here.
It's like prom night.
Oh, that's what it feels like. Good afternoon, Dick. Good to see you. Let's see. We are playing it's Nantucket Whalers against Sturgis. I was reading a really quick article about the Nantucket Whalers soccer team, and it sounds as though they've lost a lot of players coming out of last year. I know Alexa Crosby is now playing for the UVM Catamounts, so we want to give her a huge congratulations. She was a walk-on for the one-day tryout and made the team. So
that's super.
Absolutely super, but that's a huge hole for this team to fill. We have a Sabrina Dawson, and there's so many players in the last couple of years that have left this team. But right now we're going to be focusing on the seniors: Isabella Day, Maya Kodalak, and Shelley Colpitz. Those three are really going to be the nucleus of this team and are going to really set the stage for play today.
Yeah, we see some of the starters out there for the Lady Whalers. Ross is not in numerical order, so it's hard to pick up the numbers I'm looking for.
Exactly.
Number 2, Nora McClellan is out in the field. Number 10, Kate Daniels.
Oh.
And Sturgis putting a little pressure here on the Lady Whalers, and a lot of pressure all of a sudden.
I think you're gonna see Sturgis is gonna play some strong soccer today. I know their bench is not as deep as Nantucket, but when they've come before, we've had some really close games in competition. We're gonna be watching April Schaefer, number 7, is Amy, former Nantucket, through the Nantucket school system. We want to give her some props.
Well, there's also a JV squad over there for Sturgis, so they got the numbers. There's going to be a JV game right after this.
Oh, wow. Okay, so they have really branched out with the numbers that they have. But back to the Lady Whalers, coached by Jorge Roja, in his umpteenth season at the helm with this team. We're going to be seeing some solid play today from Mia Silverio, Olivia Slade, as you recall, who's only a junior, and she's just been really growing with this program. Same with Lizzie Thayer, Zeta Wilson, Kate Daniels. What can you say about the Daniels family? They're, just icons within soccer. Nora McClellan, ditto for the McClellans, Frances Stedman, Audrey Snell. So we've got a lot of kids that were with the team last year, but we've got a lot of newcomers on the team as well, which is, it's going to take a while to get the rhythm down.
They opened up well with a victory, and but as you say, Sturgis is a program that's improving, and Nantucket can't take them lightly.
Absolutely not. Kate Daniels with just a near miss on the net. Remember, you really want to play an offensive game. If you get too much in that defensive mode, then you're putting the other team on notice, so to speak. You really want to be aggressive, keep those middies, those forward lines moving. And the only thing I'm noticing with Nantucket is we don't have Rachel Perkins in the goal. Is she playing this year?
She left Nantucket High School for
for boarding school?
Boarding school. So that's a
it's a huge
that has
hole.
to be that's a difficulty right there.
No kidding.
When you lose a not only do you graduate a bunch of seniors, but you lose a young goalkeeper who had such a great year last year.
So talented. Do you know where she's playing by chance?
I don't. We'll have to check on that at halftime.
I think her dad went to Middlesex, maybe. So maybe there is a guess in that aspect, and perhaps they're going to Middlesex. But we'll find out. Wow, that's a huge hole for them to fill with Renee Perkins gone.
I think the Wilson girl is the goalkeeper.
Zeta Wilson, who's in 10th grade. You are correct. She is the goalkeeper. It looks as though Lizzie Thayer is also targeted to be a goalkeeper. Blake Lazarus and Irene Rogivian. So I guess they have 4 Lady Whalers. They're rotating through that spot.
Well, I think this roster here is the varsity and the JV.
Oh, it's a combination.
So
okay.
everybody's dressed for this game here, and then when the JV game comes up next, some of them will dress for the JVs and the varsity won't. There's Wilson with her first save. She's very quick. I saw her on the basketball team last year, and she had a lot of playing time as a freshman on the.
Her mom's Carrie Flaherty, correct?
On the girls' basketball, yeah.
Well, there you have it, an athlete in the making.
Yes.
No question about it. Yes, I've seen her play basketball. She's going to be solid. She's only a sophomore, so hopefully that she'll work out in that position.
Portions of this game brought to us by
Visitor Network TV, everybody's welcome. Visit visnet.tv or tune in to Nantucket Channel 99. Shopping, dining, lodging, upcoming events, how to get around, real estate, fun facts, and trivia. Everybody's welcome at visnet.tv.
Right now, Nantucket trying to keep the ball in play at the midfield line. Isabella Day, Shelley Colpitz. I have to refresh myself when I look at them. Shelley Colpitz and Isabella Day, it's like I always get them confused, so I need to really look at their numbers.
Yeah, you gotta. Well, it's the first game of the year. It's sort of rusty, especially with the numbers, and you look at the faces, and as they say, they start blending in with each other sometimes.
Absolutely. Where did the summer go to? I can't believe we're sitting here again.
Officially, it's still summer.
This is
Fall
true.
doesn't start to September 21st, so
Wow.
we're still in the summer mode. Although once school opens up, you sort of say summer's over.
Lauren Wilson just motoring that up on the sidelines, looking for a goal, but she was denied.
We're in the first half.
This portion of the game brought to us by Don Allen Auto Center on Pulpus Road, now offering quick lane, no appointment necessary for oil changes. Visit donallenford.com or call 228-0134, also offering 24-hour towing and roadside assist. Don Allen Auto Center.
Lauren Wilson finding Kate Daniels for the cross. They're finding it hard, Dick, to filter in on that side right now. Sturgis is playing some solid ball.
Well, Sturgis, one of these years, they're going to put it together, and you just hope today's not the day they start doing it. The one thing that's interesting about Sturgis is, you have 2 schools over there now, Sturgis East, Sturgis West,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Are they charter schools?
They're charter schools, and they opened up a second branch, and when they opened up the second branch, I assumed that it was just another building that was going to, have extra classes and more kids, but it's basically a whole separate school. They have, the whole a whole principal and a whole athletic program.
Interesting. I did not know that. That header was taken off. Claire McKay, number 4. You know what I'm not seeing right now? There doesn't seem to be much synergy within this team. It seems as though they're playing sedentary positions, but not as a team. Dick, are you noticing that early on?
I am.
Little to no communication. It's kind of a flat affect on here right now. We really need them to start focusing and working as a team. Nora McClellan trying to bring it up to the likes of Lauren Wilson, Kate Daniels, up in front, looking to cross it in. Not happening.
Yeah, today they're playing the school. The official name is Sturgis Charter School. Then they're on the road on the 23rd playing Sturgis West Charter School, and then they go to Sturgis Charter this school again on October 7th, and then Sturgis West will be on the island October 23rd. So that's nice in a way. You get 4 games with Sturgis out of it.
Sure. Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, I thought that was a goal. Wow. What a shot by Lauren Wilson, and then off the foot of Claire McKay trying to keep it in. Didn't you think that was in, Gino? That was a beautiful cross. Yeah. Nora McClellan, due to bring it in. Hard to believe Nora's a sophomore, Dick. I remember when she was playing on the sidelines with her sisters, when
yeah.
George
She's working off an injury here, but
I think she has the same injury as you. What, you have a knee brace on.
I have a knee
curious as
brace.
to what that was about.
A little arthritis.
Don't they call that sympathy pain?
That's
or
the
something? Isn't
you
that what
you
that
hit
is?
you hit the nail right on the head.
You're
You-
wearing one
Don't
because
don't
Laura
let the
McClellan's
don't
wearing
let the
one.
secret out. Don't let the secret out. You know.
Into the box. Into the box.
When I get on an airplane, they let me walk on first when I'm wearing this, and
Into the box. Into the box.
I'm having a hard enough time getting all this AARP stuff in the mail the last couple of years. Now you're telling me about your
You're-
brace and the air.
I can't-
Oh,
they don't start sending that to you to you're 40. You just passed 40. Is that what you
this
say?
is true. No. The big 5-2. 53 in 1 week, actually.
53 in 1 week. Wow.
Yes. Send checks too.
Well, let the good times roll. That's a deck of cards with the Joker. 53.
53, I know.
Remember that age, Dick?
I remember that age, right?
53.
You love it?
It seemed like it was yesterday.
They call it middle age. Is it middle age?
Did I love it? I don't know. Let me see. When I was 53, let's see. I'll do the math here
Sounds like a
quickly.
song.
I had no. I didn't love it. I had 2 teenagers and 1 in college. It wasn't a real great year.
Oh. Well, I miss my girls. We'll leave it at that.
No, they're in college now. So
Well, one's in college, one's in law school in her second year.
it's the teenage years that kept me awake at night. I'm a grouchy. I'm a grouchy. You're right. Yeah, that's it.
That's
I'm
the
a
trick
grouchy
of
beer. I
deciding.
was a grouchy beer when I didn't get my night's sleep, and
Yeah.
when you hear his doors opening and shutting at 1 in the morning.
Oh,
Gino
painful.
laughs. Where did Gino laughs?
I'm glad you weren't my dad. Ooh,
Where did
that
Harry?
must have been a tough one.
Where did Harry gets up there?
I know.
Harry.
He starts sneaking out using the Gino
I
mobile.
got a few years left, though.
Oh, it comes before you know it, does it not? Right now, back to the action. Claire McKay trying to clear it from that midi line. Nora McClellan looking solid on the right, but this goalie from Sturgis, Dick, she could be the difference in this game.
She's very
stands
active.
out to
Yeah.
me as she's on the stick.
What a foot! She got a nice foot and gets nice high
foot.
kicks. Well, that was a nice little move there by number 14. Let it slide right down the back.
That was an excellent move by number 4.
That's what I would do. I wouldn't want the ball to hit me in the head. I don't think I would have ever been a good soccer player. I wouldn't want it to hit me in the head at all.
Olivia Slade trying to make something happen in the corner. Love watching Olivia Slade. She's poetry in motion on the field. She can play forward, defense, midi, all-around athlete. I'm not certain what she does for other sports. You probably are more aware of that than I am.
What was it? I didn't get the name on that.
Olivia Slade.
Yes, lacrosse. And I'm not sure. It may be swimming in the winter. Lacrosse in the spring, yeah.
Nora McClellan with the throw-in. Kate Daniels, look at her. She's just motoring down the field. So focused.
Oh, what a nice
Great.
cross. Nobody there.
Really nice cross.
Isabella Day couldn't catch up with that.
Keep that up on your shirt so that the wind doesn't hit that. Kind of keep it close to your throat.
I gotta pass it back to him.
This portion of the game brought to us by Brock Insurance, Albert Tree Brock Insurance Company, wishing each and every student the very best year. Brock Insurance is here to provide you with all of your insurance needs at 228-0104. Brock Insurance.
She's got a serious kick, that goalie. Olivia Slade met the ball, being challenged. Still finding this to be a pretty flat game, Dick. I keep waiting for Nantucket to pick up the pace. We need that one individual just with that spurt of energy like an Alexa Crosby to kind of
Yeah.
get this team going. But
Yeah, they come out slow, and sometimes it takes a while. You know, is it Monday? We're all a little bit slower on Monday. Maybe it's affecting the team.
yeah, slow, and there's like just absolutely, it seems like no communication going on with this team in 27 minutes in the first half. A fairly nondescript first half for Nantucket. Nice job by Claire McKay. You know, Samantha Freed is not playing. Where's Samantha Freed? I know Kate graduated.
Good point. I don't know where Samantha is.
Yes! Oh, I saw that. That was awesome. Yeah,
That was great.
that was beautiful. Nora McClellan with the beautiful kick off the right foot. I'm watching it in slow-mo as it's hitting in there. Nice job, Nora.
So there's a spot that you're talking about there at the 26:20 mark. Nora
McClellan.
McClellan scores the goal.
That was beautiful off the right foot. She just did a nice job crossing on that right-hand side. Way to play.
So even though Sturgis probably has been holding its own in the play, that goal should take a little bit of starch out of them. They got to come back real strong now.
Mia Silverio keeping it in. Norma Clellan on fire. First goal of the season. Watch how she moves in and out between the players. Nice job. Unfortunately, she went a bit offside. Oh. A lot of out of bounds here, Dick.
Yep, that's sometimes a little careless play.
Yeah,
Sort of like the Patriots yesterday, a lot of careless plays.
What an ugly game that was, huh? Ugly, ugly game. I had faith they were going to pull it off, but it was just not pretty.
Yeah, I'm the same. I never thought they were going to lose, but all of a sudden there's only 5 seconds left and they're still losing.
Tom, once again, looked cool, calm, and collected. Nothing ruffles him, you know. He's just, although I did see him yelling on the sidelines at, how do you say his name? Amendola?
Yeah. Well,
Stern discussion.
Uh-oh. 2-on-1 here. Let's see if she makes the pass. To Nantucket's advantage is she didn't make the pass, and they had the 2 defenders on the ball. The other girl was breaking wide open in the middle, Paula.
She sure was. Nice job keeping it in. Let's go, Olivia! Wani Heather's team doing a little bit more communicating, a little bit more forward momentum. It's we're seeing a lot of heavy feet on the ground here, Dick. I see you doing more movement on your bicycle as you're riding down the street.
Oh!
Wow.
Another nice shot there. Great save by the Sturgis. That save brought to us by
Island Pharmacy, conveniently located near Stop and Shop at 122 Pleasant Street. Visit islandrx.com or call 228-6400. Island Pharmacy.
Neil Severio trying to keep it in play.
Well, the 2 names you mentioned before the game who graduated, the last 3 years, they were basically leaders that got the team behind them. And right now, Nantucket needs to find that new girl that will become the team leader and get everybody moving in the right direction.
But they have such talent on this team. I mean, particularly in the upper tier. I mean, every player on this team, when you think of them, Maya Kodalak or Neil Severio, they have so much, but we really kind of need, like you're saying, one of them to kind of jump out, take the reins, so to speak, and lead this team. I'm not quite seeing that today.
No, we don't have
I'm not
that.
seeing a sense of urgency in their play nor in their communication with each other. And they're going to be playing teams a lot harder than Sturgis. They need to play. Nice footwork by Kate Daniels. Watch her. She is just beautiful.
She has great.
To watch.
She had great
Absolutely.
footwork.
Very aware of where her body is all the time. Nice. She's going to try to set it up. Nice shot, but it's unfortunate she didn't cross that to Lauren Wilson, who happened to be wide open.
Yeah, that was a weak shot there. As you said, I thought she was going to do what you were suggesting, the cross pass.
April Shaver. She looks just like her Amy. Nice drop by Olivia. Oh, Kate Daniels watching.
Looking for the cross here again.
It's too bad she doesn't cross it in front and drop it in, because she's got Cole Pitts and Lauren Wilson open there. Nice.
Nora does the cross.
Beautiful.
Wide open. And tries to pop it in there with Slade. Slade got in good position.
That shot on goal brought to you by Island Variety. Toys, gifts, party favors, decorations for all ages and occasions. Located at 5 Freedom Square. Call 228-6883 or visit islandvariety.com.
I want to congratulate Jules that he ran the rock run.
He's amazing, isn't he?
He's unbelievable. Every week I open the paper, it's like the Jules blog as to where he's running or...
I got a 24-hour run coming
He's got a 24-hour.
24-hour run coming up.
Actually, I Facebooked you. I said that I would run with you a little bit in that if you'd like.
Absolutely. Everybody's welcome.
Now, why is it that you're doing the run again? I can't remember. I apologize.
I've been wanting
Give
to
him
do
the
it for a
mic,
long time.
Dick.
Quarter life. I've been wanting to do a 24-hour for a long time. Quarter life crisis. I turned 30 in a couple of weeks. And then once I decided to do it, I decided to make it a fundraiser, and I'll be raising funds for the Marla Lamb Cancer Travel Fund.
Are we hearing this, Dick? He's having a life crisis, and he just said he's turning
Turning 30.
That's a documented fact. Quarter life crisis. You know, there's so much pressure on us young guys
Quarter
these days.
life?
Jules, quarter life crisis, God bless you, would be if you were 25.
30.
Well,
No, that was 30 was definitely a good year for me.
You're a former math teacher. Help him, Dick.
at 25, I was still slacking, so it didn't hit me till 30.
Well, I had a half-century crisis a couple of years ago.
Well, Juice is using the English quarter there, the pound.
I guess.
30 is a quarter of a pound, right? Or maybe he's planning to live to 120. That's 30's a quarter of 120. So you
Jules,
never.
that's awesome that
Being
you're doing.
optimistic.
That's awesome that you're doing that for the Marla Lamb Fund, though, and I do want to come out, and I'm sure we'll talk more about that later. But have you had a lot of sponsors coming forward for the run, or?
So far, I've had a little more than $100 raised in person, and then a few people have said that they're definitely going to donate online, and I haven't. I need to get back in touch with them just to kind of keep track of what we've raised so far. But yeah, there's definitely been a lot of interest,
Excellent.
which is encouraging.
Excellent. Well, we'll keep mentioning it.
How can they get in touch with you online to donate?
Well, they can find me on Facebook. I'm the only man named Jules on Nantucket, so that makes it easy. And they can also email me at jembrypelrine, that's JEMBRYPELRINE @gmail.com.
We'll definitely keep the viewers and the public at large aware of that, and hopefully we can raise some money for it in September 19th. Is that right?
September the 19th.
Good luck, Jules,
Best of
and
luck. So if you're working for Channel 99 on, say, the 20th, are you going to be running 24 hours and then just stopping in here? What are your plans?
If we can work out some kind of distance mic or something, I could just call the ads, as I go. Bluetooth headset, maybe.
Impressive.
we'll figure something out for him.
18:37 left on the clock. Nantucket is in the lead right now. The Whalers 1, Sturgis 0. Kate Daniels trying to get something to happen up here. Nora McClellan, only goal of the day, which was unassisted, Dick, which normally you don't very rarely see that in soccer, but that was a beautiful goal that she had early on in the game.
In case you want to give out some Tommy points today,
Oh,
read the headline.
Tommy's points. Before he became a blustery broadcaster, Tommy Heinsohn was one of the finest players left in coach's right in Celtics history. So thoughtful.
So we'll have to give our Tommy points out today.
It's funny because people still ask what those are, and hopefully now they'll recognize that. Wide on Sturgis.
What are these kids doing over there, Dick?
That's the boys' soccer team. They come over from the practice field and watch a little bit of the girls, give a little support.
Oh, that's nice.
We did the boys' game last week. They won the opener against Cape Tech 6-0.
Unbelievable. Coach Rich Brannigan, he just keeps churning out these solid year after year soccer teams. The numbers must still be strong as you look over. That's quite a team he's got over there. So congratulations to Rich Brannigan.
And we're going to be at the boys' game next Monday, September 16th. The boys will be going against Cape Cod Academy, and we'll be covering that game.
Now, we know the upcoming schedule for the girls, Dick, since you have my attention.
I will check it out, and we'll go over some dates that we will be covering next week.
Isabella Day, beautiful footwork, nice forward momentum there, trying to get something going, but just a little too ahead of the ball. She just wants to tone that back a notch and play her game, Dick. Not be so rushed.
Next week there's a game on the 18th, on Wednesday, against Pope John. That should be a good game. And there's another one on Saturday, the 21st, which I don't have a time for yet. So maybe we'll check with the time on Saturday. We'll check with Gino and see which one we'll do next week. There's no football game, so next week we'll do a boys soccer and a girls soccer. Field hockey is playing 8 out of their first 10 games away, so there won't be a field hockey game until
How did that
September. Well, it's just the way the schedule broke, and not as a coach, not what you like. The good part of it is if your team can, play 500 through those first 10 games, then you can have 8 games at home in the second half.
Yeah, that's a good point. But with field hockey, too, it's a little bit different with soccer. Don't you have games almost every other day? It's just a completely different
Well,
venue.
not really. It works out the same. You play 2 to 3 games a week. Portions of this game.
Nantucket Airlines, we're all about this island. Just 15 minutes from Nantucket to the Cape. Call 1-800-635-8787 or visit nantucketairlines.com for schedules, fares, and other information. Nantucket Airlines.
Well, McClellan keeping it in play, back to Kate Daniels. Maya Kodalak in play. What a surfer she is, Dick. Oh, and goal! Wow.
Great shot there by Daniels, yeah.
Kate Daniels, nice job.
Big goal by Kate, giving Nantucket a 2-0 lead. That goal brought to us by
Matic Marine, full-service marina servicing the island for over 40 years. Located at 20 North Cambridge Street. Call 228-1163 or visit maticmarine.com for sales, service, maintenance, and storage facilities. Matic Marine. Cowboys Meat Market at 7 Bayberry Court, 228-8766, Nantucket's favorite deli and our only full-service butcher shop. Don't forget offering Thanksgiving turkeys and prepared sides. Cowboys Meat Market.
You know what was interesting about both these goals, Dick, if I just can interject for 2 seconds, they've both been grounders on the ground, low balls, nothing fancy in the air, and not exactly tremendous speed behind them, but yet it's just enough cause and effect when that ball's going in that the goalie's looking one way, the ball's going another, and they're scoring.
There's a nice pass.
There we go.
Oh, what a setup there. Daniels, the 2 scorers there set up each other, and they almost got something out of it. I was thinking that that was not a good idea to take that shot, but as you said, it had sort of an off, like a knuckleball. It just sort of floated, and went into that far corner.
It didn't look like it had a whole lot of enthusiasm behind it, so to speak, but it just slowly made its way and found the corner of the net, and I think the goalie looked a little stymied that went in. But right now, watch Nora McClellan, only a sophomore. Boy, she is just fast.
Now they made a coaching switch there, right? They put her on that side of the field.
Yeah, I heard Coach Jorge was saying that he wanted her to go to the left side, which just shows how talented she is on both sides of her body and both sides of the field, so to speak. Number 12. Frances Stedman. I remember her from last year. Frances Stedman.
She's a good
solid.
player, right? She was a solid player last year.
Well, they've got a lot of solid players on this team, and they're starting to, now that they've gotten those 2 goals behind them, they seem like they're starting to get a little infusion here, listening to our little comments on the side. And,
maybe it's better that they don't have one player that they can rely on. They have a solid team where they can rely on many different girls.
It's a quiet game, is it not? You don't.
I feel like I'm at a golf match.
I feel
Pebble
like
Beach.
Very, very quiet.
He walks up to the pin.
Very, very quiet.
Well, you don't want to be at a soccer match in Brazil. It's just the opposite.
Absolutely. We'll talk about that later, actually. No, I do not.
Robin, if you're her,
Nora McClellan trying to keep it in.
Inside of her. You need to be closer to Mo, inside her. Make her go around the outside on you.
Isabella Day, beautiful. Nice control. She held onto that ball for a long time.
Keep hunting.
Hunting, I like that. Keep hunting.
Okay, we're in the first half.
Pudley says there's nothing better than wings, beverage, and sports at Fairgrounds. 15 HD screens to catch all your favorite action. Serving lunch, dinner, kids menu, pizza, and takeout 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till midnight. Located at 27 Fairgrounds Road. Give a call 228-4095. Fairgrounds Restaurant and Pudley's Pub.
Number 8, Ella Gammons in that midi position.
I went to Pudley's Pub last night after the Patriots game. My son and wife and grandson's here, so we took them out for a sandwich after the game, and there's 2 games on, 2 late games on, and there's this guy sitting at the next table watching the St. Louis Rams game, and he is just going bonkers about this game, you know. So finally I said to him, you know, we don't have too many St. Louis Rams fans in this area. What's going on? He's from St. Louis. He timeshares here. He said he comes to the fairgrounds when he's here on Sundays to watch the football games. He said he's been here since 1 o'clock. This was 7 o'clock at night. So he's sitting there, him and his wife, watching football games all day in Pudley's Pub. And he says it's the only place I could get the Rams game, so here I am.
See, well, let me get this straight. So he was at Pudley's Pub since 1 in the afternoon.
1 in the afternoon. I was there at 6 at night, and
Do they have a lot of different games there?
yeah, they have all the games. You know, they have the package, so they can get any game there.
I can watch the Bears?
You could go there and watch
The
the Bears.
Whoa.
Nice.
Watch the
Like
Bears.
that idea.
All right, there we go. Gino's gonna head over to Pudley's Pub next week to watch,
There you
get
go.
some wings and watch the Bears.
Claire McKay's getting a Tommy point, doing a dynamite job keeping this in play. Look at her footwork, nice spin, really aware of where she's at on the field. She has grown leaps and bounds as a soccer player. Daniel's trying to get it in, doesn't happen. Nice job.
When I go down to visit my daughter in Raleigh, Gino, that's what me and the wife have to do. There's a sports bar about a mile from her going towards the North Carolina campus, and we go down there and we ask them what TV is going to have the Patriots game on, and then we go over and sit right in front of it.
Don't let them have that pass out. Don't let them have
Nantucket is really controlling this, even in the defensive section here. Your daughter's in Raleigh?
She's in Raleigh, right near North Carolina State. Nice area.
Oh no, I love that area. Absolutely love that area. Christina Barrett's on the island right now. I took a run with her yesterday. She's living in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. She loves it.
Oh, they're calling offside there. Offside on the wheels.
This portion of the action brought to you by Killen Real Estate, located at 10 Easy Street. Call 228-0976. Killen Real Estate. The Sea Grill, where all the locals go for great fish and excellent seafood. 45 Sparks Avenue. Call 325-5700 or visit theseagrill.com.
Isabella Day trying to find that momentum to get that first goal of the day. Check it out. Oh, she is scrappy. Oh. She plays that midi position so well, Dick. Nice job.
The boys soccer team giving a good round of applause to the girls up there at their end of the field.
You got one here.
Shoot, what a kick. Oh, my God.
Right through.
Wow. Boy, Kate Daniels has got a kick. What a leg. You know, when I see Toby Glidden, every time I see him, I think of his kick. Do you remember how he used to be able to drop that ball down? Do you remember that?
I do.
Very impressive.
Wow, I was like, unbelievable. Every time I see him, I mention that to him. I think he wants to talk Board of Selectmen. I want to talk about his soccer kick.
We should go to the Selectmen's meeting and invite him over here to a game some afternoon.
I think that's a great idea, and we can chat about what's going on the island. Claire McKay trying to keep it in. Oh! Really close.
Nantucket's got some good shooters, and they're using to advantage here. We're in the first half.
This action brought to us by Joe Opacki CPA. Small firm, big difference. Helping self-employed workers on Nantucket prepare their taxes for over 15 years. Call 228-9090. Joe Opacki CPA.
Isabella Day trying to keep it in forward momentum. Samantha Free. We didn't find out where Samantha Free is.
Well, maybe we can talk to one of the coaches at halftime or one of the girls and find out where Samantha is and find out where Renee Perkins is. I know Renee went off on. I have seen Samantha, so she is in school.
Lauren Wilson. Oh. Solid kick.
The Sturgis coach was talking to him before the game, getting the roster from him, and he's going to check us out on YouTube, Paula. So if you want to say anything to him now.
I think he's doing a nice job. He's got a pretty deep team. I'm impressed they came with this many kids. Sturgis in the past, I do not remember. I remember maybe perhaps a third of this size. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think they have a lot more girls. Yeah, that's always good for a program to get the numbers. That's what sports is all about.
Is it a charter school? I always get confused.
I say yes, 100%. It's a charter school. And this campus is the one that's right there on Main Street. The new campus
In
Hyannis, right on Main Street in Hyannis. Yeah, it was the building it was in used to be an old. A few years ago, before the school, it was like a furniture type store. It was that big building there.
No, I probably passed it. I'm just not aware of it.
That's it. Yeah, you have been by it 100 times.
Right now,
In Sturgis West, the new school is down near the Rotary Inn there, where the Melody tent is.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Isabella Day trying to make something happen. Lauren Wilson in the game. Kate Daniels, Claire McKay. Really haven't seen a whole lot of changing of players in this game, Dick. I'm hoping the second half we get to see the second line come in and get some exposure and experience, especially while they're playing at home.
Well, what you got to remember is if you follow the rule, you only can play 2 halves in one day. So if they have some girls that are crossing over, you keep them out of this half, so that means they're eligible to play at least a whole half in the JV game.
Oh, because the JV game is right after
JV
this.
game is right after this.
That would make sense then. I didn't realize.
So you can't have girls cross over, but you can't have a girl play 3 halves. In other words, if they play 1 half here, and playing 1 half means just entering the game for a couple of minutes. So if you play 1 half here, then you only can play 1 half over there. So the coaching staff has to set that up so that they have enough girls for the JV game also.
Interesting. Thank you for pointing that out. I was not aware of that. Right now with 4:23 on the clock, I think we have Kelsey Fredericks to thank for this clock that we got.
Yeah, she did the backbone fundraising to get it going.
And Aileen is teaching in the school system now, is she not?
I saw that. Yes, I saw that. There's a bunch of Nantucket kids come back this year getting into the team. That's always.
They were all Busy's age or a year. Aileen Fredericks, Taylor Murphy, I think was a year behind. Yeah, I saw the names. I thought this can't be.
Joe Manila, he's my son's age.
Joe Manila, he does so many great things with the kids. Bill Tanavish's daughter, is it?
Right.
Not Grace Ann, the.
No,
Morgan.
I think Morgan.
I always mix up the Chernobyl girls. I feel bad.
Nice girls. Isabella Day, she just wants that goal. Oh,
She's run off there, but we have 3 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the first half.
Go Whalers from Santos Rubbish Removal. We clean up the island. The Enquirer and Mirror, Nantucket's newspaper since 1821. Visit act.net or call 228-0001 to stay up to date with all your favorite Whalers teams and players. The Enquirer and Mirror.
nice job, Nora.
Was set up nicely. Sturgis made a good block.
Nice job by Olivia Slade. Nantucket has really controlled this first half to 90-10. Just Sturgis really has not been able to infiltrate, and but yet I think there's a lot more to come with Nantucket. I still see moments of where they should be connecting with the ball a lot sooner, quicker, better communication. Hopefully the second half they'll score.
Well, the bulk of the action, though, is down this end of the field. So if you have a 2-0 lead and you keep the ball down this end of the field, you're golden, because
Right.
Sturgis is not going to score from this end.
But they've had so many opportunities to score. I think that much more. I'm surprised they
Well,
haven't connected.
that's sometimes the inexperience.
True. And this is their second game, is that right?
Good, good. Hunt. Good.
Elegana's number 8. Nice job defending there.
Stop.
Pete Daniels going for the ball, keep it in, and it's out.
This is their third game. They beat Cape Regional Tech on the road last Wednesday, and then Saturday no, that's the boys. I'm sorry. Wrong schedule. They did beat Cape Cod Regional Tech on the road last Wednesday, and they beat Chicopee home Saturday. So they're 2-0. They beat Cape Tech and Chicopee. This is their third game of the year. And then they go on the road next Saturday against Archbishop Williams.
Where's Archbishop Williams out of?
That's up in Braintree.
Oh, okay.
And then they're on the road next week against Cape Cod Academy, and they're home next Wednesday against St. John, Pope John. That should be a good match.
That's home?
That's home Wednesday. We'll talk about that at halftime and see if that's the game we're going to do.
Let's go, Kate. Looking to score before halftime. Wow. Beautiful.
Oh, big save.
Oh, go. Get in.
Oh, great save there.
Nice save by that goalie.
The Sturgis goalie is getting a fine round of applause from the fans here as she just stood up 2 Nantucket goals. You love to see that type of play, and you love to see the reaction of the fans here.
Wow.
Giving her a hand, because that was point blank, that second shot. I think that was Slade taking that second shot, point
blank. It was
blank.
Olivia Slade. Kate Daniels set that up at the beginning, crossed it over, but I thought Olivia Slade had that.
Clock went off. I don't know why, but we're in the final couple of minutes here. The referee in the field has the official time.
Isn't the clock usually 2 minutes?
Well, they usually shut it down, and it was shut down at 1:23, but then it went off. Here's the AD here to check on it. But the official here to our right has the official clock, and he will tell. How much time, sir? 1 minute. I'm getting 1 minute signal. The official across the field has the official time.
In. Looking to score.
Oh, blocked up by the defender.
Wow. That goalie is tough.
Ooh, what a
Oh, another great save.
I think I pegged it when I said that goalie is the difference on this team, Dick. She's the team.
It's funny, the goals you talked about earlier, the slow balls she missed. These are banged at her, and she's knocking them out. I guess she's following them a lot better.
She's got some serious physicality, and she's got great hand-eye contact. Yeah, I think maybe the other ones wore her, perhaps. You know, she just doesn't think they're going to go in. It's almost like watching a hockey game when you see that, you know, when it's just that slow-moving puck that goes to the net.
Oh.
And then...
So we have about 40 seconds or so. The official, 30 seconds. He just called out 30 seconds. Sturgis is trying to get some subs in here, but I don't think they're going to get in.
Nice kick by Mia Severia. Why is it beautiful out, and every time I meet you at a soccer game, it becomes sub-zero temperatures? I can never figure that out. Do you ever notice that?
Nice job, Sasha.
Okay, there it is. We have played one half here, and Nantucket is holding a 2-0 lead on a goal by Kate Daniels and Nora McClellan. We're going to take a short break and be back with second half action.